Hola a todos y hola a todas, bienvenidos aquí hasta esta grandísima edición de Habitantes Televisión Tecnología. Hoy estamos aquí en un evento totalmente importante que lo vamos a retransmitir totalmente en directo desde aquí, desde Habitantes Televisión. Hoy vamos a retransmitir en directo ni nada más ni nada menos que uno de los eventos más importantes que ha pasado pues en la historia de Apple. Es el segundo evento más importante después del lanzamiento del Samsung Galaxy S5 y hoy vamos a cubrir totalmente en directo este evento. Vamos a cubrir totalmente en directo este evento desde aquí, desde Habitantes Televisión. De hecho, pues ya ha comenzado el evento de Apple. Vamos a verlo ahora mismo en directo. Ahora mismo estamos en directo desde el Samsung Unpacked 2014. Aún no ha comenzado esa presentación en directo, estamos viendo esto aquí, pero bueno, vamos a comenzar nosotros con las presentaciones. Bien, como ya sabéis, vamos a cubrir totalmente este evento en directo y podéis pues comentar este grandísimo evento con este hashtag que tenéis aquí debajo, pues Note 4H Habitantes Televisión HTV. Y bien, muchísimas gracias por estar aquí, muchísimas gracias a todos y vamos a retransmitir este evento totalmente en directo desde aquí, desde Habitantes Televisión. Pero bien, vamos a comenzar hablando un poco, antes de que comience este evento de Samsung, vamos a comenzar hablando un poco sobre qué es lo que esperamos para este grandísimo evento, qué es lo que esperamos aquí en este Unpacked de Samsung. Bien, vamos a hablar de muchísimas cosas, pero vamos a hablar de las características, pues de lo que se va a hacer aquí realmente en este evento, que es lanzar el nuevo Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Como todos sabemos, un gran móvil que vamos a hablar a continuación de, antes de que comience nada más y nada menos que esta keynote de Apple, pues vamos a hablar de muchísimas cosas. Y sobre todo vamos a hablar de todo lo relacionado con esa keynote. Bien, ¿cuáles serán las características del Samsung Galaxy Note 4? Pues en primer lugar tendrá una pantalla Bien, disculpad por esta pequeña interrupción que tuvimos aquí en la transmisión del evento en directo, pero bueno, como os decía antes, vamos a continuar hablando de las características de ese Samsung Galaxy. Bien, la verdad que va a ser un gran móvil, porque también va a tener unas grandísimas características. Va a tener una pantalla de 5,7 pulgadas, una cámara trasera posiblemente de 16 pulgadas. Y bueno, y va a tener todo esto y muchísimo más. Después tendrá una memoria interna de 32 y de 64 GB que serán totalmente pues ampliables. Bien, va a ser, por supuesto, un gran móvil de que lo cubriremos este evento totalmente en directo desde aquí. Vamos a ver la transmisión en directo que ya ha comenzado. Bien. Bien. Ahora mismo Samsung Móvil, desde donde se está haciendo la retransmisión, pues ya está en directo. Vamos a comenzar en directo desde la retransmisión, que está ofreciendo ahora mismo Samsung desde su canal de YouTube. Bien, vamos a comenzar en directo en breves minutos con ese Samsung Unpacked. Bien, antes de nada, como os decía antes, pues podéis seguirnos desde Twitter, podéis comentar esa transmisión en directo desde Twitter. Y así que muchísimas gracias por vernos. Ya sabéis que ese hashtag pues es nada más ni nada menos que Note4HTV. Bien, vamos a ir ahora mismo, ya en breves minutos, cuando justamente Samsung comience este evento en directo, pues vamos a ir en directo. Bien. Ya ha comenzado esa transmisión en directo.
And we'd also like to say a big hello to our two simultaneous broadcasts happening in Beijing and New York. And of course to everybody that's watching online.
Yeah, big hello.
Now, it's time to unpack the new products from Samsung. Welcome to Samsung Unpacked 2014, Episode 2, Berlin.
Bueno, ya han dicho que están haciendo las presentaciones para comentar este evento totalmente en directo.
To do the honors, please welcome President, Head of Sales and Marketing, IT and Mobile Communications Division, Samsung Electronics, Mr. DJ Lee.
Están haciendo una presentación a su DJ. A DJ Lee.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome and thank you all for coming. I'm very happy to be here at IFA, and I sincerely appreciate that you could join us today. I also would like to say thank you everyone who is enjoying our live broadcast all around the globe. We are here today to talk about new technology, of course. However, this gathering is not just about exciting new product only. We also wanted to share our dreams, some interesting new ideas, and our excitement for the future. The smartphone industry has been driven by technology innovation. Better quality screen, more powerful processor.
Bueno, pues están haciendo en directo esa presentación de lo que van a mostrar a continuación, pues ni nada más ni nada menos que en ese Samsung Unpacked. Un gran evento que vamos a cubrir todo totalmente aquí en directo desde Habitantes Televisión. Y bien, vamos a cubrirlo totalmente en directo, pero después comunicaros de que tendremos otro evento en directo desde Sony. La presentación de Sony también se cubrirá aquí en directo en Habitantes Televisión. Muchísimas gracias por vernos. Y vamos a continuar viendo esta emisión en directo que hace Samsung desde su canal de YouTube.
We launched the first Galaxy S in 2010 in full collaboration with Google. And since then, we have introduced 5 S3s. We created a Note category in 2011 in order to help enhance your creativity, productivity, and efficiency in your life. We pioneered the exciting new concept of smart wearable devices starting 2013, exploring new opportunity and building momentum. We aim to be the most active and the dynamic player in the industry. Our industry is now at a very important moment. Possibly the most revolutionary and the radical changes we have never seen are happening right now.
Bien, pues está hablando nada más nada menos de que su industria ha cambiado, de que han crecido mucho en Samsung en relación a su competencia con Apple. Eso de lo que está hablando en este momento. Están aún con las presentaciones de Samsung, de este gran evento en directo. Están diciendo de que han cambiado mucho, como antes podíamos ver la imagen del Samsung Galaxy S y después continuando con el Samsung Galaxy Note y todo esto. La verdad que el propio, Samsung ha crecido muchísimo en relación con sus otras compañías. ha crecido muchísimo en relación, por ejemplo, con Apple, ya que antiguamente pues Samsung era una marca como ahora decir otra que está en menos categoría. Pero bien, vamos a continuar viendo esa presentación.
Hub of human interaction, and it will go beyond our imagination. New innovation will create more benefit for more people around the world. Smartphone is becoming most advanced tools that will fully integrate into our lives. Despite all the change, one thing remains constant. We at the Samsung continue to make sincere effort to bring forward new products and services that will improve people's life. At the Samsung, we have always focused accelerating the speed of innovation. I can promise you that we will never slow down. Thank you. We want to be a trigger for new mobile culture. The new mobile culture that advances human potential and enhance what we value most in life. When we're talking about bringing fresh inspiration in the industry, I cannot miss this opportunity to talk about Galaxy Note. We create this category. The original Note.
Aquí ahora mismo estamos viendo pues cómo están cambiando desde el Samsung Galaxy Note al Note 2 a Note 3 y ahora mismo saldría el Note 4. La verdad que todo el mundo pues está esperando en ese momento en el que nos enseñen el propio Samsung, pues el propio diseño que va a tener realmente ese Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Una grandísima presentación de introductoria de Samsung que ahora vamos a continuar con el Samsung Galaxy 4.
This new Note combines three key attributes. First, the most perfect and refined S Pen and S Note experience. The second, the latest and the most advanced Galaxy
Ahora mismo ya está presentando el nuevo Samsung Galaxy Note 4.
Nicely presented through look and feel of a
nuevo diseño. Ahora mismo ya estamos viendo el nuevo Samsung Galaxy 4. Amigos, atención porque es un gran momento de Samsung.
For how smartphone should help our lives become more enriched, more enjoyable, and more efficient. But we did not stop there. Please now meet new Galaxy Note Edge.
Samsung Galaxy Note
is Galaxy Note Edge. This is Galaxy Note Edge. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Galaxy Note Edge. Galaxy Note Edge. Nuevo teléfono de Apple.
Is the first smartphone to use one of a kind Edge screen. This unique curved screen maximizes Note experience with the Samsung innovative display technology. It will lead our smartphone experience to a whole new level. I am very confident that we have reached new level of Note culture with the new Note 4 and the Note Edge. In terms of wearables, we have already announced the newest mobile technology that will further change our lifestyle. This is all-new Samsung Gear S.
Impresionante, acaban de lanzar el nuevo Samsung Gear, el reloj de Apple. Un evento totalmente importante aquí, ahora mismo. Bien, amigos, estamos viendo el nuevo reloj de Samsung. Perdón, Apple no, estoy yo con la marca de Apple liado. Este es el nuevo reloj de Samsung, el Samsung Gear S. Al final, como decían todos los rumores, ya se ha lanzado el nuevo reloj de Samsung. Amigos, un evento totalmente importante de Samsung. El episodio número 2, cubriéndolo aquí en directo, que podéis seguirlo con el hashtag Note4HTV. Un gran evento que se está ahora mismo, que se está retransmitiendo en directo desde Samsung. Ya hemos visto el nuevo reloj de Samsung, el Samsung Gear S. El nuevo reloj de Samsung ya está, ya lo acabamos de ver, ya se ha lanzado. Impresionante este evento,
Ladies and gentlemen, here is most innovative, most exciting Samsung Gear VR.
Otro nuevo producto de Apple que se está lanzando aquí. O sea, esto es totalmente impresionante.
Samsung Gear VR, together with Galaxy Note 4, offers the next generation of a viewing experience. I believe a lot of developers and the content provider will be very much encouraged to join this exciting momentum. With the Gear S and the VR, your mobile experience in our daily life will never be the same. Okay, this was just a brief first look at these exciting new devices.
Samsung Galaxy Note 4, amigos, atención.
And other present surprise are next on our agenda.
Habrá más sorpresas en Samsung, habrá más sorpresas.
To have this opportunity to present Samsung's latest innovations. And I appreciate this opportunity to share few expectations of a future of our industry, especially together with you. I really thank you, all of you, for being part of this exciting moment today. And finally, I also really thank you for your very attentive listening of my speech. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the presentation. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, DJ.
Vamos a continuar con esa presentación del Samsung Unpacked, episodio número 2. Hemos visto muchísimas cosas, pero vamos a continuar viendo esa emocionante presentación en la que se está descubriendo muchísimos productos de Apple, muchísimas innovaciones. Vamos a verlo.
Our mobile multitasking experience is part of our daily lives, and it will continue to grow in importance. Finally, our original S Pen. It bridges the world of analog writing to digital expression. And all this defines the Note culture.
And now, we're adding the fastest network connectivity there is, LTE Category 6 on the Galaxy Note 4. And Note 4's outstanding performance takes full advantage of Google's latest operating system. And we're very proud of our long-term partnership with Google and what that means for you.
Okay, let's give the people what they want, straight down to the tech. And we're going to kick off with a flagship device that's already received a lot of attention from media and consumers. Now, does bigger mean better is a debate that's raged on for years. But the fact is that extra-large screens have proved popular with millions of people around the world. And I'm personally still not sure whether large phone or small tablet is the best description. But just as the liger doesn't ask whether it's more lion or tiger, either way, it's great to look at, and it's an extremely powerful beast.
It's a great analogy, I think, Rachel. But let's take you through the headline capabilities of the Galaxy Note 4. Design, large screen and multitasking.
Habrá una pantalla más grande, tendrá un S Pen, el Pen este, y una cámara mejor también, amigos.
Of technology, and especially mobile technology, because it's such a personal statement choosing your mobile. So let's see how the Note 4 stacks up, Rory. I mean, straight away, as we saw on the screen, and I can see here, you can see the design continuity from the Note 3.
Lo que estamos viendo ahora mismo ya es el Samsung Galaxy Note 4. El que estamos viendo ahora mismo en pantalla es el nuevo Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Pantalla más grande, cámara muchísimo mejor, y muchísimas especificaciones nuevas.
A beautifully cut metal frame that's stylish and strong.
And along with our
tiene metal, tiene metal también, amigos.
You can see the beautiful natural curve from the surface tension.
Bordes de
I
metal.
can just about see that. But let's be honest, you've used 2.5D glass before, so what difference are us as consumers going to notice?
Well, actually, we've enhanced the strength of the glass, resulting in this elegant curved display with remarkable durability.
You know, that's good news for me, actually, because I'm ridiculously clumsy. I've even run over one of my phones with my car before. So maybe the Note 4 will even stand up to the challenge of having me as an owner.
Rachel, challenge accepted.
Brave, very brave.
So, Note 4 weighs 176 grams. It's 8.5 millimeters thin.
Pesará 176 gramos y tendrá 8,5 milímetros de anchura.
Okay, well, it looks and it feels like a great piece of technology. It's a great size, obviously a brilliant selling point for the Note series in general. And I love all the colors, so it gets good marks for design.
Tendrá diferentes colores, como estamos viendo ahora mismo en pantalla. Será el black, white, gold y el último, aquel que vimos.
Well, that's why we've improved the Note 4's user interface. It fulfills our vision to make your everyday simpler, easier, and more fun. We've evolved the Galaxy S5's clean and vibrant user experience and brought it all to the Note 4.
Bueno, un momento totalmente impresionante de que la verdad es que Samsung nos está sorprendiendo con todo, con este lanzamiento de este Samsung Galaxy
The
Note
transparency
4.
of the widget definitely improves the appearance. I mean, there's a reason you choose the wallpaper that you like, isn't there? So that small change just improves the aesthetic really quickly.
Well, that's right. And with Note 4, you can customize the lock screen background with created images that are built around your interests, and your location, and of course, from your personal gallery. Thank you to Yahoo and other third-party contributors for making our lock screens more dynamic with thousands of high-quality images.
Again, I like this. It's clearly a change that Samsung has made with the user experience at heart. And it gives you another option to just maybe using cat photos like me. But you did mention interest there, and I hope cats are still an interest that you can have for all those curated images you mentioned. Anyway, that's all. We'll move on. I'll let you get back to me on that. But for now, can you tell me about the new Note 4 screen?
Well, based on our screen history, stretching back to 2011, when we created the large screen smartphone category with Galaxy Note's 5.3-inch groundbreaker, incredible displays,
una cámara súper buena, un diseño pesará muy poco, 176 gramos, 8,5 milímetros de anchura. Este es un pedazo de móvil que Samsung ha lanzado ahora mismo. Estamos viendo su pantalla. Tendrá pantalla HD AMOLED, como decía todos los rumores. Se podrá leer libros, se podrá ver absolutamente de todo. Tendrá una pantalla de 2160 por 1440, como decían también los rumores.
Flicking through the pictures here, it's brilliant. You can't deny it. But there are already smartphones on the market with Quad HD, aren't there?
Well, Note 4 has Quad HD Super AMOLED, which means it gives you much more access to the available color space.
Podrás conseguir muchísimos colores RGB, es decir, rojo, verde y azul.
And even though it's a little smaller, it still has the same Super AMOLED display capabilities.
So what you're saying is it's more compact, but it's just as powerful.
That's a great way to put it. In fact, Super AMOLED is so much better, it's really not fair to compare. But the best way to understand is for you to see it for yourself.
Okay, well, I think we'll keep fairness at the heart for today. So I appreciate much of what you're saying really requires a head-to-head analysis. But getting back to the real world for a minute, how is a real-life person going to notice the difference day to day? Give me an example.
Well, here's a great example, multitasking. We know that people use the reset key to move between applications when they could work faster and easier if they could also use multi-window. But many users told us that they found it hard to find multi-window. So we concentrated the functions of multi-window inside the recent key, making it easier to locate and easier to use.
There's so much more you can do in your daily life with Note 4's enhanced multi-window function. Take a look.
El S-Pen, estamos viendo el S-Pen en este mismo momento. Como podemos escribir, como decíamos antes, tendrá esa característica también el S-Pen. Bueno amigos, estamos viendo un gran móvil de Samsung, Samsung Galaxy Note 4, con multipantalla, mejor cámara, S-Pen, 5,7 pulgadas, sistema AMOLED, con más colores RGB. Este es el Samsung Galaxy Note 4, amigos. Tendrá, y ojo al parche, bordes de metal, amigos. Bordes de metal también.
So what I can do quickly is I just swipe and it minimizes, and I can open up Facebook to check out what she's talking about.
Estamos viendo ahora mismo el multipantalla. Utilización también con el S-Pen.
See what she's talking about at the same time. And if I want to take a closer look at Facebook, I just minimize Hangouts.
And you get the little icon at the top there.
That's right. I can just move it around, and I can check out her photos more clearly.
Hopefully
and if I just press again, sometimes it's
Sometimes
okay.
Facebook at work, I won't tell anyone.
It's okay. We all do. But I can open it back up and it said pop out again.
Well, David, I mean, you made that look really easy. And one thing I noticed, you didn't use your fingers at all. It was all about the S Pen there.
That's true. And I could have used my finger, but for certain tasks, the S Pen is quicker and it's more precise.
Okay, well, the S Pen, it's been around for a few years now, but can you tell me, I mean, why is it better than just using my finger? Because, I mean, there's the phrase at your fingertips, and that exists for a reason, doesn't it?
Well, okay, this is a big question for our category. Samsung believes that the smartphone, to be truly smart, it must have multiple ways of input. For many things that you do on your smartphone, the pen is mightier than the finger or the thumbs.
You may think you know this, but the next evolution of S Pen is capable of so much more. It's the key to unlocking the full potential of the Note 4, and from the moment you take it out, you're taking the first step in unleashing that potential for yourself.
And it does it in a number of original ways. S Pen has always differentiated our large screen devices from all others on the market. So we spent a lot of time improving the handwriting ability, giving S Pen much more of the sensation of writing with a real pen.
You know, that sounds great, because one thing that
Es decir, lo que acaban de decir es que ese nuevo pen será la misma sensación de que como si escribieras con un bolígrafo de verdad. Es decir, lo han diseñado para que tú pienses que estás escribiendo con un bolígrafo de verdad. Esto es lo que están diciendo aquí ahora mismo en esta keynote de Samsung.
You can note quickly, just like a real pen.
Como dice ahí, S Pen as Pen. El S Pen de Samsung será como un pen, como un bolígrafo, de verdad.
Signatures, maybe, or perhaps digital autographs. I don't know whether I can ask you to for yours later.
Later, Rachel. Later.
Okay, you promised.
We've also added a very powerful feature called Smart Select.
Tendrá la paleta de selección para poder seleccionar todo lo que tú quieras con ese
images from websites or different text messages from your favorite blogs, and you can take all of those that you've selected and save and share them with your friends via email or a text message.
Podrás compartir todo por email o por mensajes.
Está
esa Smart Select, que es la paleta seleccionadora, y tendrá una fácil capturación. Podrás capturar con el propio móvil.
I'm using the stage to do that, so that's a personal thing. But I'm thinking of sending her on a trip to Paris.
Nice guy.
Can I be your sister?
Okay.
That's very generous. Lovely.
Cool, done.
Okay, let's plan this trip.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look in TripAdvisor, okay? And I want to send her some information. So what I do is I open up Air Command.
Ahí está la Smart Select.
And I can actually choose images that I want to store.
Very nice.
That hotel looks promising. And then let's get another one here.
Bit of a cheaper option.
Yeah, and I can actually scroll and then find another one right here.
Okay, so it gathers all the pictures
puedes,
together.
lo que está diciendo ahora mismo, que puedes seleccionar fragmentos, o sea, recortar tu pantalla como se haría en Windows, ¿no? Recortas con esa select palette, o está diciendo ahora mismo las funciones con las que puedes hacer con la paleta seleccionadora esta.
It's unimaginative, I have to say.
Poder recortar la pantalla y enviársela a tus amigos. Vamos a dar ahí en TripAdvisor, que no se puede decir publicidad en televisión. Bien.
Yes, together, right here, I click back onto this Smart Select grouping here, and I see everything I gathered. And I can actually edit things, I can remove things right here.
Ahora mismo estamos viendo la función del S Pen de Samsung, del nuevo Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Bueno, vamos a recordar esas pequeñas características. Más delgado, más fino, con metal premium, después con mejor pantalla, con una pantalla más grande, y bueno, y todo eso y mucho más aquí en un solo móvil, que es con el Samsung Galaxy Note 4, amigos. Un gran móvil y una grandísima presentación en la que no paramos de tener sorpresas, porque os recuerdo que hasta hace muy poco pues descubrimos el nuevo Samsung Gear, el reloj de iPhone que traía el DJ Lee. Bien, vamos a continuar leyendo esta presentación. También puedes utilizar el S Pen as a mouse, como si fuera un ratón.
You just click each photo that you want, right? Everyone knows that. But now you just click the button, just click and drag, and just select it.
Estamos ahora mismo retransmitiendo un momento inolvidable de Samsung, un momento de su historia, que es el lanzamiento del Samsung Galaxy Note 4, un momento que estamos retransmitiendo desde aquí, desde iTunes Televisión. Es un momento de recordar que muchísimas gracias a todos los que nos estáis viendo. Antes de nada, disculparme por el fallo técnico que tuvimos al comenzar el programa, que la verdad es que el programa de transmisión que utilizamos pues se nos cortó y tuvimos que volverlo a reiniciar. Así que perdón por eso, pero esperamos no volver a tener más fallos a lo largo de esta retransmisión de evento en directo del Samsung. Muchísimas gracias por vernos, y si queréis recibir en vuestro correo eventos como este, pues suscribiros al canal de Episodio Televisión, así os avisará.
For when you need to copy something very quickly, perhaps, like from a whiteboard in a meeting. You could use SnapNote to capture the image and then edit it.
I see. So just, I mean, that gives me images. If I'd have had that at uni, it would have been amazing. It would have taken away so much of the pain of lectures. If I'd have gone to lectures, I'd have used that all the time, definitely. But maybe now I'm a bit older, I might use it for my recipe book, take a picture and add my own notes. So maybe more chocolate next time, usually for me. Probably not if I'm making lasagna. I'm digressing. You're right, carry on.
Yeah, not the lasagna, hopefully. But SnapNote, it's a great feature, and we made it really simple. All you do is press the SnapNote button on the S Note widget and use the camera to take a picture of the info you need. And even if the picture is tilted, Note 4 adjusts the angle of the photo so that it makes it straight.
Another good thing for students.
Yes.
In case they've had one the night before.
Yep, in an auditorium. Then when you press the Convert to Edit button, that's exactly what happens. You can edit, change colors, resize, or annotate the photo as you wish.
I see. So you literally can't do that kind of thing with your finger, which is why you need the S Pen and why it really does add something extra to the smartphone.
That's right.
I get it.
So ladies and gentlemen, that's the new S Pen. Now let's move on to our fourth category, the camera.
Yeah, well, taking photos is such an important feature on a smartphone now. I've caught myself calling my phone my camera on so many occasions. But this really is a competitive area of the smartphone market.
Vamos a hablar ahora de la cámara.
You're absolutely right, which is why with Note 4, we're going beyond the numbers and focusing on ease of use and real quality photographs. That's why we've made Note 4 with superb cameras, front and back. Note 4 has a 16 megapixel back camera with smart OIS, that's optical image stabilization, and 3.7 megapixel front-facing camera with an f1.9
16 megapíxeles de cámara, amigos. A 3,7 megapíxeles la cámara frontal, 3,7 cámara frontal, cámara trasera 16 megapíxeles. Lo acaban de decir, amigos, este es un gran móvil. Repito, la cámara frontal de 3,7 megapíxeles y la cámara trasera de 16 megapíxeles. Una pedazo de cámara que todo lo que está haciendo aquí Samsung nos está asustando, o sea, está lanzando un pedazo de móvil que estoy esperando impaciente al precio. Y bueno, vamos a continuar viendo esta presentación, esta presentación
Okay, so 60% more light, it will
Samsung.
definitely improve the quality of photos, but it won't help you take a steady shot, which is another challenge with selfies, isn't it?
Exactly. So we've used the heart rate sensor on the back of the Note 4 as an additional shutter button, so you have a steady hand to take the shot. There's virtually no motion, so it doesn't generate any shake. All you do...
Bien, acabo de buscar en internet ahora mismo el posible precio que se rumorea aquí. Bueno, ahora están mirando un selfie. ¿Para dónde es? Yo lo quiero ver. Bien, dejo tonterías y hablo de esto. Bien, acabo de buscar ahora mismo el precio posible en internet y me sale que es de 7,3 euros. El precio que se rumorea pues puede ser de 7,3 euros. Vamos a verlo después. Y el iPhone 6 ahora ya vamos a hablar también un poquito de ese iPhone 6, el principal competidor de Samsung. Pues puede ser puede llegar a valer 750 euros libre y este puede llegar a valer 703 euros. Pero de todas formas, hoy mismo y aquí veremos realmente el precio de este Samsung Galaxy Note 4.
We attempted it. It wasn't the best success, like you say, because it's just hard. So maybe the wide selfie mode would have helped us. If the lifty ever takes off, I'm going to use it.
So we don't have a lift on stage right now, but why don't we try the wide selfie?
Bien, lo acabamos de ver. Puedes crear un wide selfie. ¿Y what es eso? Pues bien, pues que puedes crear un selfie pues más ancho, es decir, con tu móvil cerca. Bueno, esto lo tenéis que ver. Aquí con tu móvil cerca, con tu Samsung Galaxy, que es mi mano ahora mismo, pues puedes meter a 50 detrás tuya y poder quitar ese selfie más grande. Esta nueva novedad que están viendo ahora mismo, se está viendo ahora mismo.
We will. They'll go through the wires.
And that's the wide-angle Wi-Fi. Great shot. So now let's take a look at the back camera. With 16 megapixels and high-precision smart OIS, you get more stable pictures, even in a shaky situation. The other benefit to smart OIS is it shows up in very low light settings.
Before, with DIS, even though you got great pictures in low light, it took longer to process because the camera had to synthesize multiple pictures into one. But now with smart OIS, you get the same great pictures, but faster.
So we've introduced to you today 4 key aspects of our flagship product. Design, large screen, S Pen y cámara.
Estas 4 novedades esas 4 novedades de este Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Cámara, S Pen, nuevo diseño y bueno, y todo esto aquí en un único diseño, en un único dispositivo de Samsung Galaxy Note. Nos está sorprendiendo esa presentación. Debo de reconocer que todos le tenemos que dar la enhorabuena a Samsung por crear este auténtico móvil que ahora mismo a lo que más estamos esperando es hasta que se confirme su precio, que podría ser, como os dije antes, de 7,3 euros. Bien, una grandiosa presentación con muchísimas novedades entre este móvil nuevo de
when it usually takes an hour.
So 0 to 50 in 30.
Ish.
Yeah.
Bien, estamos viendo fast charging. Que esto significa de que cargará más rápido también, amigos. Bueno, pero ¿qué más nos puede enseñar Samsung? Un gran móvil, un brazo de móvil. Más rápido, mejor cámara, más rápido para manejar multipantalla, el S Pen, el diseño ultra fino. Bueno, ¿y qué más?
Rachel, for clarification for you and the audience, fast charging from Samsung does not involve lunging, trousers, or a jaunt to Paris.
Well, it might be fun, but thanks for clarifying. Cheers, Rory.
In Note 4, it has very low power consumption, which improves battery life by 7.5%.
Okay.
It sips, not gulps, energy from the 3220 milliamp hour battery, which is only 20 milliamp hours larger than Note 3's.
So what you're saying is that you've barely increased the size of the battery, but you've jumped from full HD to quad HD, so surely we're just going to have to charge the phone more often.
So you might think that, Rachel, but because we made every component of Note 4 even more efficient, battery life has actually improved.
And it's an impressive advance in technology, and we're very, very proud of it.
People will be glad to hear that. Yeah, exactly.
And ultra power saving mode, which was such a hit on the Galaxy S5, is also now on the Note 4.
The battery capabilities of Note 4 are the first steps that Samsung is taking to address the power issues on our mobile devices.
OK, well, we've seen a lot of features that involve the visual, but what about the phone and the audio side of things? Because it's easy to forget that the Note 4 is still a phone, after all.
Absolutely, and it's a great phone. We've enhanced the voice recorder on Note 4 with a couple of interesting features. As you can see here, actors are sitting around a table rehearsing their lines. The Note 4 is tracking them.
OK, well, it's intrigued me, but I don't feel fully filled in. So what's the tech here?
Well, Note 4 has 3 new microphones to enhance the voice recorder. In meeting mode, the new feature you saw in the video, you can record sound from up to 8 distinct directions, and then selectively replay the recording by direction.
Tiene una grabación de voz avanzada, como que estamos viendo aquí, que está grabando todo lo que se escucha, pero quitando, por lo que he entendido, los ruidos de fondo.
Improved noise cancellation helps when you're talking on the
Ahí
phone,
está, noise
especially when you're on
cancellation, que cancela
speakerphone.
el ruido, es decir, que solamente
We've
coge tus
introduced
voces.
new content and
Por cierto, habla un
accessories
inglés
that allow
estupendo, la verdad es
people
que se le
to
entiende
customize their
perfectamente.
phones and make them more personal.
We have a great lineup of
sorprendieron con el
accessories,
inglés.
including 4 covers.
Bueno,
We have the S-View cover, the Flip wallet, the S-View wallet, and LED cover, which come in a variety of colors and 2 very stylish designs. And we've also collaborated with Swarovski to create a very special crystal back cover.
OK, now you're talking.
What do you think, Rachel?
Well,
They
I mean,
like
as
it.
you heard, a lot of range, very popular, but I hate to be a stereotypical girl, but I like the sparkly one.
Too.
All right, you guys, I like it too.
It sounds like everyone likes the sparkly one. It's the biggest buzz so far. Like mine.
Now, because S Pen is such a big part of Note 4, it makes sense that one of our newest collaborations is with a company whose name is synonymous with the finest of writing experiences. We'd now like to introduce to the stage a new Samsung partner. Please give a warm welcome to the Chief Marketing Officer of Montblanc, Jens Henning Koch.
compañero de Samsung. Eso es lo que vamos a ver a continuación. Samsung Partner.
Thank you very much, Rory. It's great to be here.
Ya, la verdad que sí.
The Mont Blanc Meisterstück this year celebrates its 90th anniversary, and soon after its launch, it became a legend not only within the world of writing culture, but also beyond as a true luxury icon. With its unique blend of exclusivity, functionality, and refinement in mind, this event reveals a perfect match we are very excited about. Mont Blanc's century-old heritage of craftsmanship meets Samsung's cutting-edge and impressive innovations. Today, we are very proud to introduce fine writing to the digital world by presenting Mont Blanc's first screenwriters, the classic Pix and the contemporary E-Starwalker. Both new writing instruments feature an innovative e-refill concept. Being a Mont Blanc, thus being a fine lifetime companion for its owner, their refills for e-writing, for writing on the screen, and the traditional refill for writing on paper can be easily exchanged and vice versa, thus allowing its owner to write with the Pix and E-Starwalker in both worlds. To carry the digital writing experience even further, we, in addition, launch an advanced flip cover for the Galaxy Note 4.
Estamos viendo
With
ahora
the
mismo
cover, you will be able to
coberturas para
experience
el
the very best
Samsung
leather
Galaxy
finishings,
Note
be it the
4.
ultra-resistant Extreme or the refined
Estamos viendo
soft grain leather.
las posibles
A special
coberturas
chip
para el Samsung
connects
Galaxy
the
Note
Gallery
4
Note 4
para
and further
complementar
enhances the writing
ese
experience
grandísimo móvil
with unique
que
Mont
ya
Blanc
lo hemos
content.
visto totalmente
For
en
example,
directo desde aquí, desde
you can
Alicantes
select
Televisión.
between 6 virtual Mont Blanc fountain pen nibs,
Bueno,
allowing you
la
to
verdad
create
es
and
que
share
es totalmente
extremely
un gran
refined and
móvil.
personal content and notes. Combining fine writing tradition and cutting-edge technology to create stunning fine lifetime companions for you, we are very excited about this cooperation and are very much looking forward for future projects. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bien. La verdad es que una grandísima presentación de
new digital
Samsung.
technology. So, yeah, I can see why partnering with Mont Blanc is good for you both. Okay, I think we've covered the optional extras. So now let's move on to the freebies. Everybody loves a freebie, don't they?
Well, Samsung Galaxy Gifts offers Note 4 users free rewards from top content and services brands to make the Note 4 experience more enjoyable and more productive.
We have a great partnership with Dropbox, which will give users 50 gigabytes of cloud storage for 2 years.
Vamos a hablar ahora mismo de
We also want to
Dropbox,
give a
esta
big thank
nube
you to
online,
Online,
que son partners también de,
Magisto,
que son compañeros también de
Parallels,
Samsung.
and to all of our Galaxy Gifts partners.
Estamos viendo ahora
And those greatest
aplicaciones
innovations
para el Samsung
are
Galaxy
those that
Note 4.
revolutionize the everyday. And with Note 4, we're enabling new ways of working, playing, and interacting with the things you love. We're very proud of the innovation that we've brought to the Galaxy Note 4, and we're confident that when you see it, you'll really love it. So in addition to the fabulous design, Note 4's key capabilities: Quad HD Super AMOLED, large screen and multitasking, the all-new S Pen, now with Smart Select,
Pantalla más
the
grande,
brighter
nuevo,
front and rear camera,
nuevo
and of
pen,
course,
nuevo bolígrafo
fast
para
charging.
esto,
These
para Samsung
are the
Galaxy Note 4,
differentiators for
batería
Note
más
4.
grande. Estas son algunas de las muchas características de este nuevo Samsung Galaxy Note 4.
Great, thank you, Rory. So October, not long for us to wait. But since we are waiting, I hear the next device that you're going to reveal to us is a bit on the edgy side.
Oh.
Kind of cutting edge.
I see what you did there.
Living on the edge.
In fact, our next device does redefine form.
And it's a perfect example of how Samsung is moving from the impossible through to the possible.
Cambian el impossible al possible. Samsung Galaxy Note 4, el que estamos viendo ahora mismo en pantalla en esta presentación de Samsung en la IFA 2014, la gran feria tecnológica en el que Samsung nos está sorprendiendo pero muchísimo. Samsung Galaxy Note Edge. Esta es la edición especial de Samsung Galaxy Note. Amigos, edición especial también, otro móvil más aparte del Samsung Galaxy Note 4, que es el Samsung Galaxy Note Edge.
I mean, this really is, if you can see it,
Bueno,
it's truly a
impresionante
thing of
esta
beauty.
grandísima presentación de Apple.
Gorgeous.
Estamos viendo ahora
Not
mismo
only beautiful, it's also practical. It also
pues,
has an extended screen along the side of the device
Samsung Galaxy
we call
Note
Screen.
Edge.
And it's a fresh new vision for what a display can be.
And the possibilities of Edge Screen, as you can see, we are really excited about, because when the developer community starts to add to this
Edge
experience.
Screen.
For today, though, let me show you where we're starting. The main screen and the Edge Screen are Quad HD plus Super AMOLED. The Edge Screen
Estamos viendo ahora mismo que en la esquina del Samsung Galaxy Note pues tiene para elegir esas aplicaciones que quieres utilizar
that you can customize.
en la esquina. Edge
I think that's definitely worth a round of applause. There's a ripple there.
You can use Edge Screen also as a separate screen entirely. And you can always access these quick tools just with a swipe down, such as flashlight, ruler, stopwatch, timer, and voice recorder, independent of what's happening on your home screen.
And one of the scrollable panels called Express Me
Se puede,
can be personalized with a picture from your
añadir.
gallery to express yourself on your mobile. Other panels show information and act like a ticker. And this media stream is driven by your interests, so you're always up to date with sports or news or stocks that are all powered by Yahoo.
So are there going to be cat pictures available on this one then?
I'll get back to you on that, Rachel.
Okay, please do.
Edge screen, however, is a great place for a night clock, so you don't have to wake up to find out how long you've got left to wake up.
And when it comes to entertainment, the video play pause controls can also be on Edge screen, so you get full screen, uninterrupted viewing. And to avoid distraction from notifications on your main screen, they'll scroll on Edge screen instead.
And finally, whether you're using S-Note or camera, the menu and toolbar on Edge screen shows the content that you can see in the main screen. The camera shutter can also live on the Edge screen, so if you choose, it can be positioned exactly like it is on a real digital camera.
Well, it's beautiful. Obviously, I don't need to restate that. Well, it's beautiful. Obviously, I don't need to restate that. But David, you kind of skirted over it. If you only have to use the Edge screen and not activate the front camera, it must save a lot of that precious battery life as well.
Yes, that's right. So that's another great benefit. Also, Note Edge will have 2 flip wallets designed to take full advantage of Edge screen, so that even when the cover is closed, the edge, it remains visible.
So as you can see, there's
Esto, acabamos de decir, ya lo tiene Apple también, que es una funda como esta. Yo ahora mismo tengo el iPad de Apple encendido y si pongo esto, se apagaría. Y en cuanto la abro, pues se enciende el dispositivo. Esto es lo que están diciendo ahora mismo, esa Flip Wallet, que es como esto.
So if we can, let's move on to our next new device. This one builds off a product we introduced last year right on this very stage.
Yes, we introduced Galaxy Gear right here in the Tempodrome, and it's achieved the place in the market.
Ahora amigos, vamos a hablar del reloj, como os decía antes, del Galaxy Gear, el reloj este que traía antes el Lee, Gear Lee. El reloj de Samsung, amigos, nuevo producto, reloj de Samsung. Nuevo producto, amigos. Nuevo producto que lanza Samsung. Samsung Gear S. El reloj de Samsung, el primer reloj de Samsung. Ahí lo tenemos en pantalla. Este es el Samsung Gear S. Impresionante, la verdad. Es totalmente impresionante esa presentación de Samsung. Fijaros en el reloj.
Well, that's refreshing to hear because I cycle a lot actually, and I normally have my phone kind of balanced on my basket for navigation. And cycling in London, if you know London, it rains all the time. So anything that makes that process easier for me is a winner.
Well, then you'll be happy to know that Gear S doesn't need to be constantly paired with your smartphone because it has its own SIM card, meaning you don't need to bring your mobile or any other device with you when you go mobile.
Of course, the first time you set up Gear S, you do need to connect it to a Note 4, Note Edge, or any of the more than 20 Galaxy products that support Gear S. Additionally, for any software updates or to download apps, you have to reconnect to a Galaxy product. But after that, freedom.
Well, that's a real step forward for smart wearables. So it's not just a separate screen, but it's actually got its own independent functionality.
Exactly.
Well, I'm really impressed by the screen as well. It's just the whole size of my wrist.
Well, with Gear S, we wanted to replicate as closely as possible the smartphone experience. So, for example, in only a 2-inch display, Gear S still offers a full QWERTY keyboard. And it's not just any display. It's a 2-inch curved Super AMOLED display. The curve means that it fits your wrist.
Estamos viendo la pantalla curva Super AMOLED, al igual que la pantalla AMOLED del Samsung Galaxy Note 4.
And it's very easy to use. You can read messages and notifications in just a single glance.
We've also designed a variety of new clock faces to satisfy your on-demand style.
Yeah, I've just been having a fiddle of that, so it's great. You can have a lot of different looks in one. So say I was starting my day in the gym, then going to the TV studio, and then maybe winding up at an ambassador's ball. I've got a different look for each, and my wearable keeps up.
And not only does it keep up, you don't need to have your smartphone with you the whole time. So how about we take a closer look? You can see here in one of the clock faces, it shows the number of steps walked today, battery status, number of notifications, and of course, the date and the time.
And we've also improved the ease of use with simple swipes. So Rachel, perhaps if you could take your phone and swipe to the right.
Swipe to the right. And I've got notifications.
That's right. And notice that the notifications, they're ordered by time and sorted into easily checked sections.
They are indeed.
So let's try swiping left, please.
Swiping left. And left to widgets.
And then finally, swipe up.
Up. Up. Or let's go back to the home screen. And up. Fingers are too fat. And I've got apps.
That's right. And once you check the home screen to see what's happening, you can go straight into the app that you need.
And without my sweaty palms, it's simple.
Well, there's a lot more to this wearable, which brings the freedom of a smartphone to your wrist. If you've ever forgotten where you parked your car, you'll be glad you can ask your Gear S where it's parked. GPS. And as you can see, you can make and receive calls directly on your wrist, as well as get calls forwarded when you're away from your smartphone. That's because with Gear S, we've significantly expanded the communication capabilities to include not only Bluetooth, but also 3G networks and Wi-Fi.
You'll get notifications. You'll get those notifications from social networks, from email and other applications, as well as instantly receiving incoming messages.
That's right. And then, just like with your smartphone, you can easily
Conectividad 3G, amigos.
Great, so even without my phone, I can receive my text message and I can reply to them.
Yeah, or you could reply using the enhanced SMS.
Toda la información del móvil en ese Samsung Gear S. Como decía antes, aquí también podrás leer tus emails, tus correos.
Just like the excitement that you're anticipating for the developer community for Note Edge, I imagine you're hoping for a similar response for Gear S as well.
No, we certainly are, because the product is only as good as the apps that run on it.
Well said.
And since we have introduced the Gear a year ago, we have established more
Apps pueden ser descargadas también. Tendrá 1000 apps, 1000 apps más.
The good news is they're all supported by Gear S.
También tendrá compañeros, es decir, partners, que proporcionarán aplicaciones a ese Samsung Gear S. Estamos ahora mismo hablando de ese nuevo reloj de Samsung, amigos.
And why we've invested in our platform to develop compelling native apps.
Two of which are S-Health, which we're going to talk about later, and Here for Gear. Now, Here for Gear is a pedestrian navigation service that uses GPS to help you get around. And it's all customized for Gear S and built right in.
And David, you mentioned S-Health a second ago, and that's intrigued me because health and wearables is such a hot topic right now. I mean, it's literally changing the way the world's health needs are met.
Yes, and that's why Samsung has developed a particular platform, an entire platform for fitness and well-being. We call it S-Health.
Okay.
So now you can link our new Gear Circle wearable to the Gear S and listen to your workout music. Plus, connect Gear S to a variety of apps and sensors via Bluetooth or ANT+ to help monitor your health and exercise and give you real-time information about both.
Como estamos viendo ahora mismo aquí, de que está el S-Health, que cuando vas a correr y todo eso, pues como ya está pasando con Sony, pues con esa pulserita, pues os dice toda la información, los latidos del corazón, las calorías que estás consumiendo, para llevar tu vida más saludable, gracias también en parte a este reloj, Health and Fitness Companion.
Information is at your fingertips from a built-in sensor. So for example, just before you go out for a jog, you'll know what kind of SPF protection to wear based on recommendations from the app. And after the workout is finished, you'll get suggestions on how to improve. It's like having a personal coach.
Not only does S-Health
es como tener un entrenador profesional. Es lo que acaban de decir ahora mismo. Tener el S-Health, tendrás el Nike más esa aplicación de Nike, y es como tener un entrenador personal.
Plus, more exclusive accessories with Swarovski.
Lovely. Back to the crystals again. I like it. Crystals are popular.
We all love
And the other thing I liked about Gear S is that it makes life easier because normally you'd have to reconnect your fitness band to your smartphone to get your stats, but with the Gear S, it's just all here on my wrist.
That's right, because we believe that with Gear S, Samsung delivers the world to your wrist.
And for those times that you want to be out of this world, we've got a product for that as well.
Okay, I've been waiting to this part. I'm so excited. Ever since DJ Lee mentioned it at the top of the show, I heard it got a huge reaction. And I'm going to put my cards on the table. I'm a massive VR fan. Since the first go, I've been hooked. It's so immersive, so can we get it out?
And this is going to top anything you've ever experienced or expected.
Sure.
Virtual reality allows us to extend the way we look, we see, and we can experience content. We can be there, wherever there is, from travel to distant or even imaginary lands, to games of skill or adventure. If we can't have a direct experience of something, then we want the best indirect experience we can possibly dream of. And making that dream come true is Samsung's bold next step towards ultimate viewing experience. Mobile virtual reality powered by our Galaxy Note 4. This is our Samsung Gear VR Innovation Edition.
Vamos a hablar de otro producto de Apple que también han mostrado, que es el Samsung Galaxy Gear VR. Samsung Gear, perdón, Samsung Gear VR. Vamos a ver qué es ese nuevo producto de Apple.
So all you need to do is you put your Note 4 right in, like we did, and you put on the headset, just like you did, and now you're ready to go anywhere.
Now I'm seeing this for the first time, so I'm just going to describe. Hopefully there's something like what I'm seeing.
Bueno, esas son las super gafas de Samsung, esas gafas enormes. Cualquiera va con eso por la calle.
It's like I'm in a theatre. It's like I'm there because I can turn around now. All I'm watching is empty seats and back, and they're carrying on. I mean, it's incredible.
So what you're seeing is a 360-degree virtual reality just by turning your head.
It's keeping up with my movements as well. There's absolutely no lag. The screen is amazing. I mean,
yo a mí personalmente, yo soy a una persona con esas gafas por la calle, me asustaría porque pensaría que es un terrorista, esos súper chungos. Pero bueno, pero con eso, como os decía antes, pues puedes ver de una manera totalmente diferente. La verdad es que no estoy muy enterado de este producto de Apple, sí que sabía que podría lanzarse ese Samsung Gear S, el reloj de Samsung, sabíamos más o menos las características de Samsung Galaxy Note 4, pero la verdad es que este es un producto que no tenía ni idea de que se iba a lanzar y creo que muchos de vosotros, de los que me estáis viendo ahora mismo, pues tampoco lo sabíais. Vamos a ver lo que es.
And VR is going to be used a lot by gamers, isn't it, who demand a smooth experience. And if I'm judging by my experience I just had, then you guys have nailed it.
Well, it's great, and of course, as you mentioned, in order for people to enjoy full VR content, the input has to be processed really smoothly without delay or any latency. So Samsung has applied the industry's top-notch super accuracy sensor into the Gear VR. It dramatically reduces the processing time to turn motion into pictures. And it processes at a tremendous speed of less than 20 milliseconds. At that rate, latency isn't noticed, so that you get that comfortably rich VR content delivered at industry-leading speeds.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly kept up with me. And rarely do you see something that you just know is the future of tech, but this is it. And I think I've already mentioned, but the Note 4 screen in here is absolutely incredible, because another thing that a VR headset must have is great picture quality, isn't it?
It sure is. And because even though there's no delay in processing content, the focus will be disrupted if the display resolution is low.
Yeah.
But that's not a problem with Gear VR because we adopted Super AMOLED, which is the key for providing Quad HD VR content at that amazing response time. With Gear VR, you'll be able to enjoy a high-resolution display with a 96-degree viewing angle.
Podrás ver a 96 grados. Esa pantalla del móvil la podrás ver con esas nuevas gafas. O sea, una manera totalmente diferente de ver las cosas. Como decíamos ahí, a 96 grados.
This is perfect for me. If I just take this now
Rachel,
and
that's
test
really
it back
nice to
at
know,
home.
but we'll be taking care of the Gear VR. Thank you.
Worth a try.
But of course, we didn't get there alone with this great capability. We had a great...
Última tecnología, como decían ellos.
Please welcome to the stage, Chief Technology Officer of Oculus, John Carmack.
Bueno, Samsung, recordaros que justamente a las 4:15 comienza la presentación de Sony, así que iros apurando un poquito. Que por cierto, que también estaremos en directo en la presentación de Sony. Terminaremos esto y continuaremos con otro evento en directo. La verdad que estoy haciendo horas extra hoy aquí. Pero la verdad que es muy divertido esto, compartir el tiempo con todos vosotros. Y muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. Os lo vuelvo a repetir. Vosotros sois los que hacéis que este canal de televisión suba, por supuesto, de audiencia, ya que sois vosotros. Pero muchísimas gracias por seguirnos desde aquí. Creo que es el único canal de televisión que está retransmitiendo este evento en directo y en español, que estamos intentando traducir lo que está diciendo, lo que se está viendo aquí en esta keynote de Samsung. Muchísimas gracias por vernos.
Now, these screens are such high resolution that there was a lot of skepticism about what level of graphics we would be able to render at the consistent rates necessary for virtual reality. But Samsung's gotten us very low-level access to the hardware platform here, and this has enabled us to develop an innovative software architecture that can continue to maintain smooth, accurate updates from the head tracking, even when the system is actually overloaded. So, the critical path in virtual reality is the time that it takes from some motion of your head until the time that updated light from the display hits your eyes. This is the motion to photons latency. This starts with the sensor inside the head-mount display. Now, it's similar to what's inside the phones, but it updates at 5 times the rate, and it's calibrated to a much higher standard of accuracy. Now, unlike a typical touch event that winds through the system through all sorts of different layers, we have a custom kernel driver that our sensor talks to, that then talks to our apps, cutting out a lot of middlemen along the way. Then our applications are run with a real-time scheduling priority. This means that if your email client decides to try to make an update in the middle while you're playing, it can't preempt the virtual reality threads, which is very important. We also have guaranteed clock rates, which is unusual in the mobile world, where clock rates are usually constantly fluctuated to optimize different things. But now developers can choose a specific rate and then optimize for it. Our graphics are being drawn with multiple context-prioritized GPU threads. This means that the main world can be drawn at variable rates, while a second higher priority thread is updating the screen in very quick response to the head tracking inputs. This is very, very important for our critical, closing that loop of how you move to what you see. Now, the drawing is done to a completely unbuffered window. There's no page flipping going on here. We're racing the raster, drawing just ahead of the scan that's pulling it out to the Super AMOLED display. And then the display turns on and then turns off again quickly to kill the motion blur. The photons jump off the screen, bend through the lenses, make their way to your eye, and hopefully you say, wow, this is really impressive.
Wow.
Now, this is just the beginning. We have active technology work going on in all the different aspects here.
Bueno, tecnología mucho más grande. Ahora mismo se está haciendo autopublicidad Samsung un poco, por así decirlo. Se está autopublicitando, diciendo la tecnología más grande y todo eso. Tecnología muy grande, pero que tampoco pusieron el lector de huellas, que yo nunca lo he visto aquí, como el que sí que tiene en los teléfonos de Apple, en los iPhones.
Finding great partners is a large part of making that progress. Together, Oculus and Samsung have created, we think, the best mobile virtual reality experience, and we're really looking forward to bringing it to market with you. John, thank you very much.
Oh, it's been a great partnership that's allowed us to make this possible.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, John.
Samsung Gear VR es el nuevo producto que también sale en Samsung. Amigos, una grandísima presentación.
And the educational possibilities are incredible as well. I mean, if you think about it, they're already training pilots using VR. So just think about the possibilities when we could all have the opportunity to have one of these devices in our own homes. Limitless.
That's one of our hopes, Rachel. Yet, even with all this cutting-edge hardware and software, in reality, if you will, consumers want, need, and deserve exciting content. So without the content, there really is no experience.
So we'll be offering you a virtual movie theater of your very own, the Oculus VR Cinema.
Vamos a hablar ahora de la televisión de Samsung, Samsung Display.
360-degree experience. And just like the other Samsung products, we're investing in the mobile VR ecosystem to make sure that top-tier partners representing a wide range of brands develop great content in the areas of gaming, entertainment, experiential, and of course, education. Through ongoing cooperation with Oculus and many other partners, we'll keep working to provide amazing content for the Samsung Gear VR.
Well, David and Rory, this really is a remarkable range of devices you've shared with us today. You can be very proud of them, that's for sure. First of all, there were all the amazing improvements you made with the Note series, with the new Note 4, and then breaking the mold in such an innovative way.
Bueno.
With the new Note Edge, and then you moved us on upping the game with Gear S, and finally...
Bien, ya está terminando esa presentación de Samsung, amigos. Ya está terminando y continuaremos ahora con la presentación de Sony, que también estará en directo aquí en Habitantes Televisión. Esta presentación ya ha terminado. Vamos justamente ahora, bueno, ya están con las despedidas. Vamos a cortar justamente ahora este grandísimo evento de Samsung. Ya hemos visto pues todos los productos que ha lanzado Apple aquí en la IFA 2014, en esa gran feria tecnológica. Bien, amigos, ya hemos terminado, bueno, ya han terminado más bien en Samsung este lanzamiento de este Samsung Galaxy Note 4, también del reloj de Samsung, y después también Samsung VR. Bueno, 3 productos nuevos, incluso una televisión que estamos mostrando ahora hacia el final, 3 productos nuevos que nos hemos quedado todos totalmente atónitos con esta presentación de Samsung. Muchísimas gracias a todos por vernos. Ya ha finalizado esa presentación, porque la verdad que tienen que dejar paso para esa emisión de Sony, que también la retransmitiremos en directo desde aquí. Bueno, amigos, muchísimas gracias por estar aquí con todos nosotros, y continuamos ahora con la presentación de Sony. Vamos a cortar porque también tenemos que preparar todo el escenario para esa presentación de Sony. Muchísimas gracias por vernos, pero no terminamos nuestra presentación, sino que continuamos. Ya sabéis que yo me llamo Hugo Pereira Chamorro, me podéis seguir en @HugoPereiraCH, podéis seguir en mi canal de televisión, Habitantes Televisión, con @TVHabitantes. Y ya sabéis que pudisteis compartir ese enlace con el hashtag Note4HTV. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí, muchísimas gracias por vernos, y acabo de ver ahora mismo que tengo 31 suscriptores. Desde aquí dar muchísimas gracias a todos vosotros, la verdad que hacéis que este canal de televisión siga adelante. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Continuamos ahora con la presentación de Sony, con ese Sony Xperia Z3. A ver si se lanza y a ver qué es lo que se lanza. Muchísimas gracias, cortamos y continuamos con más y mejor en esa presentación de Sony. Vamos a preparar todo para estar a las 4:15 aquí en directo de nuevo en Habitantes Televisión, con el segundo evento que tenemos aquí abajo preparados para todos vosotros. Muchísimas gracias por vernos y continuamos ahora. Cortamos aquí, podéis ir a la página de Sony, la presentación de Sony, y poder